I'm Tarot Oracle, and this is a reading for LA. LA wants to know, I'm married. We are not happy with my husband. Who's we? We are not happy with my husband. All right? Because we live at his mother's home. She's jealous of her son, and she hides food from me. Well, that doesn't sound good. Let's see. My husband, from morning until midnight, is at work. I'm very stressed living with her. Yeah, sounds about right. My question is, will my husband receive enlightenment and we move out from his mom's house? If yes, when? Let's see. P.S. Will our marriage be long lasting? I'm asking this question because we never go anywhere because of his mother. Interesting situation. So it's a mother-in-law drama situation, I guess. Let's see. Oh, well, here we go. The Page of Swords. Look at this card. This card fits it just right. It's strength, but it's very solemn mood here. Let's go with that. We got the Nine of Cups. And we got the Star. All right. So the first question is, will we ever move out? And this movement card at the end specifies yes. So let's go through the cards as we have them and see what happens here. All right, so the first one, the Page of Swords, pretty traditional meaning, is the just a sort of a, not quite king yet. The page is the low-end young person on the court, and the Page of Swords is communication, so sort of a novice of communication. So that seems to be what we have here, is a not very good communication, not a bunch of quality communication. And it seems that there's a lot of issues, especially with this one here. Seems to have a message and a sword. So it seems to have, I have a message for you, but I'm going to stab you when I give it to you. So somebody that's not very approachable. It's somebody that still has a childlike view of the world, and somebody who is a bit aggressive with how they do things because they have a childlike way of doing things and not very matured. And it seems to be this sort of represents the mother at this point. So it seems like not only defensive with the sword, but also has a lot of things to say, is carrying a package, and has a lot of things that she wants to relay to everybody, but they're all offensive. And not only does she not know how to communicate effectively, but it seems that she wants at some point to be as honorary as she possibly can. Now the next one we have is strength, but this is an unusual strength in this deck because this is a fairly solemn, low-key, sort of defensive and trying to figure out what's going on and things like that. So you'll notice the interaction here is not only is she sort of embracing the deer, but she's embracing the deer pretty hard. It seems like she's holding on to the deer for not only, for strength in this particular case, which is not really the meaning that traditional, but I'm going with it. She's holding on to the deer for just like, as security at this point. So it seems like there's something coming from this direction. She's holding on to the deer for security. And the page is looking away because he really doesn't want to deal with her being there. So it seems like that your mom, your mother-in-law, has a lot of issues with you being there. She has a lot of, she has a lot of things to say. She has a lot of issues. She's looking away because she doesn't really want to deal with it. And again, she's defensive, and she's going to be very aggressive and sort of childlike with everything that she says, which is bad for you because you're sort of holding on to any security that you have, which in this case may be your husband, and trying to work it all out and trying to deal with it at this point because it's such a low mood, it's such a bad mood and things like that. So now this card is looking into this card over here. Now this card over here, you have a bit of a sunrise going on, and you have the Nine of Cups is traditionally the best card in the deck when you look at other decks. But in this one, it's kind of unusual because it seems like he's drinking from all of the cups combined. So it seems like that your husband and you have too much at once. It's just too much stuff at this point. So again, you can't drink from that many cups, or it looks like you're smoking a hookah, but I don't know what's going on. So it looks like that they're all wired up to drink from this, all 9 cups at once. So it seems that you're flooded with stuff, you're flooded with too much drama, you're flooded with everything, and you don't really have the resources to do anything about it. So it seems like that she is looking towards that, of being over flooded, overflown, like trying to drink from the Niagara Falls type thing. It's just too much. It's too much going on, and there's too much at stake, and it's just sort of an overload for both you and your husband. So the star, sort of in this particular instance, he's not really looking in this direction. He's looking forward to let you know that there's just too much going on. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because it looks like that at the very end, your 6 of Swords, you're going to be leaving that direction. So you'll see that the boat is heading away from all of this drama, and the boat is heading that direction. So, which is good, because you're getting the hell out, basically. So, yes, it looks like that you'll be leaving, and it looks like that you definitely have a way out. Now, the 6 of Swords is a very solemn, a very down, very low-key, not very well. So it looks like by the time that you get here, you're going to be worked to your limit. So it seems that you're going to be moving out, you know, sort of forced moving out, sort of a forced type thing, to where you don't really have a choice, but you've reached your limit and you have to move out and just make things work. Whether, you know, that means pulling into somebody else's savings, or pulling into your savings, or getting a different job, or whatever happens. It seems that you're going to be able to get out of there, but it's going to be at the very end, when you've had too much, where you've had so much of the too much that you really don't have any other choice. So it's not like a happy card. Let's say a happy card with leaving, for example. Let's say, I don't know, like, you know, I can't find one, but let's say you had a happy card that you're leaving, and everything is happy, and you're jolly, and you're running around. That means that you left just in time, you left in a good mood. Again, it seems that you're going to be at your wit's end by the time you get out of there. But it does look like you will make it out. So anyway, sounds like a bad situation. Sorry to hear it. So that is my reading for KR.